Good.
Welcome to the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami, powered by 786 Sports. Welcome, everybody. We are doing our match reaction to the Inter Miami versus FC Dallas. I don't even know what to call this match earlier today. But first, before we start, I just want to give a quick thank you to our Chief Heron Heads, Chow and Marivi. Thank you for our support. We really appreciate it. If anyone is inclined to help us out, to donate to our Patreon, buy us a coffee, buy us a beer, whatever you guys want. Down below in the links, there's a link to our Patreon. You could join there. It's as little as $2. That'll really greatly be appreciated. If you can't do that, please like and subscribe. It is absolutely free and it'll help us out tremendously. Without further ado, we will go ahead and get into this 4-3 loss to FC Dallas, a match that seemed so great and so many fireworks to begin, and we just thought we had it in the bag, and all of a sudden it just went away. It went away in a blink of an eye. And I don't know what happened. I mean, I do know what happened, but I don't know what happened. So yeah, how are you guys feeling after that one?
I mean, it's a bummer. It's the game. I mean, right from the gate, you see the starting lineup, and you're like, okay, we're definitely gonna try to do the switcheroo and try to get guys rested and try different lineups. And Obando's finally in there, but Dodo's in the midfield, and then the match starts, and you get a pretty sloppy start, and then we're able to turn around, tie it, take a big lead. You're feeling good, and then all hell breaks loose, and you allow 3 straight goals. And I mean, there's no good feeling, you know? I mean, you can take away little bright spots in the match, and we'll talk about that. But overall, when you score 3 goals, you expect to win. And losing 4-3 at home, even if it's a rotated schedule, a rotated lineup, this is not a good Dallas team. You got to come away with that victory, at least, the very least, a draw. And dropping points there is just, it's not great.
Yeah. So while Jose still looks down doing his notes because he's late to the party. Yeah, it was obviously a heavily rotated match. Like you said, David, the lineup was so odd. It was just patchwork all over the place, like Frankenstein on defense. We had Martinez playing left back. We had Lujan. I'm sorry, Frey at right back, Lujan and Falcon at center back, and then we had Calendar. We all know how we feel about Calendar.
Martinez at right back,
yeah. Martinez was a left back.
Left back.
Frey was our right back. Yeah. So it was that defense was very interesting, and on top of all that, Toto was playing CDM along with Bright, which was interesting to say the least. We kind of seen like hints of that once in a while that Mascherano's thrown in there when he goes that defensive heavy lineup towards the end of the match or something. But yeah, it was very interesting on defense. And then the attack, we saw huge rotation out there. Obviously, the big three were actually the big four were all out. 3 of them were just completely out. They were in civilian clothing, sitting there watching the match. Suarez, Messi, and Alba were out completely. Busi was available on the bench, but we did not see him come in at all. Because I mean, the game was pretty much at hand, and then later on, when everything kind of started,
and then it was
derailing. It wasn't. So yeah, a heavily rotated match. We saw finally Obando out there, which was a very bright spot. We saw Fafa do his thing. We saw Frey, which we keep clamoring for, do his thing. So, you know, like David said, there's goods and bads to take out of this. Definitely more bad because we lost, but there are some bright spots out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we were watching and we were like, man, this is going pretty well, right? I guess after the first goal that they put on us, I was like, kind of like, okay, well, this is the 7th minute goal. This is not going to be fun. But yeah, then we kind of poured on them, and then we're feeling pretty good. And then I don't know. It's like one of those games where you almost felt like it was park the bus time, which we've done throughout the year, right? Like we've been doing that, and we said, nah, we're not doing it. We're gonna pour more on them, and that's not what happened. It was the opposite. They came out swinging right back at us. It was a great soccer matchup for all intents and purposes. To be honest with guys,
Yeah,
like
for a neutral, that's a good match.
it was a fun game. It was a very fun game. It's a shame that we didn't come out on it. I mean, to be honest, it was our B squad. You know, our B and like Brad just said, our B squad looked better than our A squad. It is like offensively, I would say yes. Defensively, I would disagree. I didn't like what I saw. I don't know if it was a calendar issue. I don't know if it was an Ostadi issue. That I think Dave's a little better. He, because I don't like calendar very much, so he's always a little more level headed. And Chris loves calendar, so it's like a little more yin yang there.
Used to until I saw what Ustari could do.
True. I mean, and we saw that. I forgot one of the stats I love pulling up, which is Calendar's long ball passing. But yeah, but
it stinks. Like the few times that he does make a stop, and then you look down for a second, and then you look up, and we've already lost possession, and it's because I'm sure you'll pull up the stats and let us know exactly. But it's just rough. Like there's something he can hang his hat on, and that's killer. Like you have to be good at least at one thing. There's got to be one thing that you're very good at, and it used to be like quick reactions for him, and it wasn't there. There were a lot of, I think Brad also just brought it up, Lujan was a liability out there. He was terrible. But like on the first goal, I thought Toto was out of position, and I think a product of that is also it's kind of weird for him to transition from the midfield to kind of that low block, the center back role. So maybe that's why he was out of position, but that's what really opened it up for that first goal, which was really they were disjointed a bunch, but I don't know. And again, I don't know how much blame to put on the back line because we've seen the back line play so well when Ustadi's at net. And I don't know. It's hard to put the blame on one thing, but it's a consistent issue. Whenever Calendar is at net, the back line always looks lost.
So 5 out of 12 passing on long balls.
Terrible. That's
terrible. Horrible. And that's always at least 80% plus when Ustadi plays. And he was in total of all his passes 70% accurate, 73% accurate.
Mm-hmm. That's not
great.
No, especially because
it's consistent. It's consistent whenever he's at net that there's like defensive lapses left and right, and then everybody's always quick to say, "Oh, but the back line was responsible." But how often are they responsible for it when he's in net, and then when Ustadi's at net? That doesn't seem to be a recurring theme. So
so let's bring up the lineup here. I put it on the screen for those of you who are watching or listening on Spotify. It's on screen on YouTube. So just to kind of break down the lineup a little more, I know I mentioned some names, but the key focus I think right now that you guys are talking about is this defense. It was a little bit of a patchwork. We had Frey that we've been clamoring for weeks to start over Chelo. We saw today exactly why he should be starting over Chelo. To me, he was pretty good on defense, and in the attack, he's just a complete game changer. Both two of the goals were directly because of him. But back to the defense, we had Lujan out there, which I'm honestly completely over. Seems like every time he's out there, he's a liability. Whether he's at right back or he's in center back, he's just consistently getting burned. And 2 of the goals tonight were because of him. It's directly because of him getting burned. Falcon is a centerpiece in that defense. I think he had an okay game. He had he was fighting a lot with Eurodine, I think his name is Eurodine. He was fighting with him a lot, and he ended up scoring on him. So obviously that wasn't good on that set piece. And then we had Martinez at left back, which is completely wild and crazy, considering that Alba was out and Noah Allen was available but didn't start for obvious reasons. He's our starting center back, right? You don't want to tire him out too much with a big match coming on, but yeah, that was kind of our makeshift defense out here. And then obviously Brighton Aviles there at the CDMs. Aviles doesn't play CDM, so that's just a completely different position for him.
This is the second time now that this is the first start for him, but the second time we see him trotted out there. It seems like Mascherano, I don't know what it is what's in the water there in Fort Lauderdale, but it makes these managers want to tinker a little bit, and we're getting flashbacks from our Tata days.
Yeah.
And it's brutal. And yeah, I mean, I know we're planning to talk about it later, but yeah, we're supposed to rest key starters in this one. Yet then we'll have a heavy lead. We start swapping the starters in. Like, I'm not seeing the point of that. We have a good lead, and instead of resting the guys that you're expecting to play next match, you start thrusting them in. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I never understand what this guy's doing.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw some sort of possibility to steal this game when he was, for all intents and purposes, he was putting every single person that was on his bench out there. He's like,
Steal the game. It's 3-1.
Yeah, they blew the game. So it's like, that he was like, man, this sucks. We could have had 3 points here.
Or do what you've done before when you have the big lead.
Put a 5-man back, man.
Throw on defensive. Throw more defensive players at it.
You had Toto right there. You could have slid him back to CB. You know what I'm saying? You just slide him back a little bit more. It would have been a 5-man back. Maybe put in Noah Allen. Noah Allen is a great. He settles everything down back there.
They did put Noah Allen, but they took Falcon off.
Right. It would have.
It's like a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. My thing is too. They put in Redondo. We can start talking about subs. I was going to leave it for later, but might as well just talk about it now. They put in Redondo for Afonso. It's a little more defensive, but still Redondo doesn't really bring that much defensive minded I guess attributes to our midfield.
He's supposed to,
but he just
he's
hasn't.
Not bad defensively though, Chris. He's not bad. I mean, he's probably worse offensively. I don't know I don't know what to make of that,
Yeah, I don't know.
He almost had a beautiful shot at the end of the game. I was like, oh my god. That was amazing. The free kick.
That wasn't Redondo.
That was Allende.
Oh,
that was Allende. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Redondo would never.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why it's out of the. I don't know. I thought that was him. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like the Redondo sub at all. I thought we could have gone a little bit different there to really lock down the defense, and I don't think he was the right call on that one.
Well, another thing that was driving me nuts is that you get stellar play from Ian Frey, from Fafa Picol, even Obando. Obando found his way onto the bench. You left Ian Frey the entire match. That makes me think he's not destined to play much against Vancouver.
Which is insane.
I just don't understand what the hell we're doing there. Frey, over and over again, he's involved in the attack in ways that nobody at that position is ever involved in the attack. He's doing it consistently, consecutively, with ease, and then pivotal matches come and he doesn't find his way onto the field.
I almost wonder I'm curious if the tinkering continues, if he wouldn't be bad as a right wing.
No, but
he's not bad at offensively. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, he does all of that offensively that David's saying, but he does not sacrifice defensively. He still plays solid defense. So I don't understand why. I don't know. Chelo's fine, and that's what Chelo is. He's fine. He doesn't bring anything extravagant or great in any side of the ball. It's just fine. But when you have someone like Frey who plays very good defense, but also brings on the attack, why don't you put that guy out there all the time, especially on the big matches like CONCACAF? He's not seeing the pitch on them, and I just don't get it.
Yeah, the drop off in defense is not much when it comes to Frey and Chelo. But the difference in the attack, it's just the awareness from Frey is just so much better, and also the talent. He has the physical capabilities of actually being able to dribble and shield better and then the attack without losing awareness of where everybody else is. I don't know how many times we see Chelo gunning it down, but once he gets it, for him to see the pitch, he has to stop.
Yeah.
And in doing so, then you let the defense come and set itself up.
Have good vision.
But Frey has the awareness to be pushing the ball and also already know where he's going with it, or knowing where guys are going to fill in. And that's where that pass, the first pass that led to the first goal, the one that kind of ping-ponged off of everybody, he was fighting his way in there and still made that play. He had to fight through the baseline. And then the other one to Obando, which is another super nice cross. But Chelo had one good cross, and I feel like it won him all the platitudes with Mascherano. Now here we have Ian Frey, who's playing his freaking little heart out, and it's making paying off huge dividends, and it doesn't result in anything. I don't understand. Like, I really wish we had media passes, or because when you see these post game like commentaries, nobody's really asking hard questions, and maybe that's because the team doesn't want to field hard questions, and they'll rescind those passes from people who do it. But I really wish we had it, because I feel like there's many questions that don't get asked, like that us as the common fan are just dying to hear the answers. Even if they're going to give us some BS, at least put a little bit under, like a little fire under them.
Yeah, like Samrin said, he did. Mascherano owned up to the bad mistake with that 3-2 with the subs.
Right.
Yeah, he did, but it's already the second match in a row that he owns up to mistakes in key situations that you got to start questioning what's going on, what's going through his head. I get it, he's a young coach and this and that, but man, if we see it, it's so blatant that we see it. I don't understand why he cannot see it. Maybe he's just overthinking it.
And look at how quickly the guys that everybody's been clamoring for, Fafa, Obando, and Frey, how quickly did they establish themselves in this match?
Right.
It was so obvious. It's like, man, if we're the ones, like, we shouldn't be the ones to see this. Like, they're practicing with these guys all the time. They're seeing these guys every day. We're seeing them once, twice a week, and we can see it. So I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah, so I mean, we kind of hit on the bat already with the defense playing so poorly, but David, you just started talking about the attack. I think that was the brightest spot of the night, really, from start to, I don't want to say start to finish, because we kind of switched it up a little bit at the end, but that attack was on fire tonight with those guys that we've been clamoring for out there. I mean, Obando, 19-year-old out there, we've been dying. Nice. He looks so good. We've been dying for him to start over Suarez, or at least not even start, just get 20 minutes, 30 minutes over Suarez at the end of the match, and we have not been seeing it. And you put him in today for what? I think it was like 65, 70 minutes or something today. And we saw why Atletico Madrid bought him, why he was loaned out to us. You saw the potential out there.
He needs reps.
He needs reps. I think he's a young guy.
He's only going to get better with playing time,
right?
Because he needs to get a feel for his teammates.
Yeah,
he needs to get a feel for this league and the type of competition, because it is a little bit different from what he's accustomed to. So there's a learning curve, and you're seeing it, man. That goal he scored, oh my god,
karate kick.
He's playing teams now that are playing that teams know that they have Messi on this side of the pitch, so they're like, I'm gonna put a low block. They're gonna do a lot of things that he's probably never seen before, because he's probably had a lot of open game where he can go and roam freely. Where it's gonna be a little harder for him to adjust here compared to where he was before. But I loved what I saw today. It was a very fun game. I feel like in the first match he looked a little lost. I think in this one he was getting his footing as the game went on. I was sad that they didn't just let him play the rest of the game.
But you know what? Even the first match, he didn't score that, but he still got into the right areas and made the right plays. He didn't finish it. I get it. It's a mistake that he made, but he still made the play to get there, and he still made the right run and all that. So those are things you got to build off on.
He's very physical, and he's bullying people as well.
You could like I said it in the Discord. I mean, you really feel his presence. He's 6'2", and you feel the 6'2".
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's grande por gusto, as they say. Like he's out there and he's making them like feel his presence there. He has a gravity to him, and ideally, if he's out there, and you combine him with Messi, with Alba, with all these guys, like that's an added component of something that they haven't had. Suarez was supposed to bring that, except he has speed as well. So I really hope that we're going to start getting a healthy dose of Obando, because it doesn't make any sense to keep him off.
And speaking of feeling presences, Dallas won 73% of their tackles today. That's a lot. Wasn't a lot of think about it. 73% of the time they went for a tackle, they got it. Dallas 14 shots in the box. Okay, in the box.
That's a testament to that defense.
We had 8 shots in the box, which it's not bad by any means. They had 2.27 xG. We had 1.71.
I must have changed. I think at the end of the match, I saw the xG that they showed, and I thought we had more xG than them.
Yeah, they peppered us at the end. Miami 54% possession.
54%, about even.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Obando, when it was still 3-1, I was catching up to the match. I started super late, but when it was still 3-1, I texted, I don't know if it was the Discord or our group chat. If you're not on the Discord, join the Discord. Links on the bottom. It's really fun. But anyways, I messaged saying, man, this is a frustrating match. And it was 3-1. We were winning 3-1. But did I think it was a frustrating match? Because I saw what this attack could be with the people that all the fans have been asking for. So it's so frustrating to see that happen now when this could have been done matches ago, little by little. And guys like Frey, guys like Obando, Fafa could have been inserted into CONCACAF and possibly make some plays. But the fact that we haven't seen them,
can we look at the roster real quick and add those and like imagine those folks that would be in there? Okay, so typically, so right now,
sorry,
that's fine. But let's say you leave Obando there at striker, right? Alfonso was a disaster in my eyes. I don't know about you guys. I wasn't a fan of his play.
I didn't notice that much.
That first goal, if we had goal line technology, he might have had the first goal.
I think so too. Yeah.
But I didn't like that he was very hesitant when he was playing today. Like he had Fafa at one point during the game where he was just running right up the middle.
It happens, man. When you don't play ever, like these guys in general, our starters are usually super hesitant. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So having him be hesitant there, I'll be like, it's not like unusual.
Yeah. So we had Alfonso. Typically, who we're gonna put in that spot, leaving him there or replacing him.
Normally, what we see is someone like Delasco there at the left or something like that.
You prefer him or Alfonso?
Obviously, I
prefer Fafa,
obviously. But I was just gonna say I prefer Fafa. A lot of the match today, we saw Fafa play that left side, and we saw Benja really on the right side. That's what I saw most of the match, at least.
So we'll put Fafa there. We let's say we leave Benja there, and we put
Messi would be there.
No, Messi would technically be there. Yeah.
Messi would be there, and then I'd put Allende on the right. To be honest, it'd be between Allende and Kremaski, but
Allende is the more consistent player.
Yeah.
But I've been liking what I've been seeing from Kremaski lately. I'm going to be honest with you. He's been very fun the last 3 games. We always poop on him, but he's been very good, guys.
I agree. He's actually
a good thing. It's not bad. It's a great thing.
He's actually on a hot streak.
I didn't love his play today, but I guess I was on an island on that one. I didn't really like he was very, very up and down. For somebody who gets so many consistent minutes, like he's so up and down. I don't like that. I want to be able to have a little more consistency at that spot. And I know today it's a product of not having your starters in there, but we were not equipped to take any set piece, any free kick. The only good free kick taken was by Allende at the very end of the match. But every other corner, every other free kick that we took was so horribly taken, including Kremaski took a free kick that my initial reaction was just bursting out into laughter because I don't think I've ever seen such a bad free kick. And then the camera panned to Messi and Messi's laughing. Like it's just so bad. And then
I think it's just Segovia took a
terrible corner.
It's just not his thing.
Segovia took a terrible corner, and then we instantly won another corner. And then Kremaski's like, "I'm gonna take this one. When I tell you it looked exactly the same as the one that Segovia took the minute before, it's insane. Like he's a nice player, but he's not. Like I'd rather Allende. I'm sorry, I'd rather have if we're gonna pick between one or the other. Like I'd rather Allende be on there.
That's good.
Yeah. So I mean, but back to your point, Jose. But if we want to insert starters into here, normal starters, to be honest, I want to see Obando out there with the actual starters. I don't want to see Suarez, and today just proved us even more. Obando is just
Did you
more
see
lively.
Suarez's
He's
face
younger.
most of the match? He's like, oh
yeah, he was like, oh crap.
Seeing Fafa, Obando, and Ian Frey. Let's just make it easy. Fafa, Obando, and Ian Frey. I think those are positive notes for us that we can take away from this game and say, you know what, this was a good showing, and we have a lot to work with here. You know what I'm saying? And then Lujan, I think we could all agree that this is one of those games where it's like, I would have preferred Martinez at that center back position. You know what I'm saying?
But we needed to give Noah the rest, and Alba was out, so I get it.
We need to give the rest. So they bought him out.
Noah doesn't need rest.
He came in late.
Noah's Superman. He's a captain.
Brad brought another point that we failed to talk about Kremaski, and it's true. I know Kremaski. I don't know why. Maybe he felt empowered because of all the starters being out, and he's like, "Oh, I've played more minutes than most of these guys," and I felt like he was engaging more with the defenders, and maybe that's why they had such a high tackle rate. Was because every time that he felt like he could take somebody on one, he would lose the ball so fast. Like he was consistently losing battles, and it just felt really, really rough watching him out there. He was constantly turning it over.
Total ground duels that he was a part of was 10. He won 4. Possessions lost 20. Yeah, not ideal.
Yeah.
Dribble attempt.
He's
5,
he was a liability out there. He had a couple nice plays, but for the most part, I didn't like what I saw from Kremeski.
Well, he's not supposed to be the main guy, and I feel like today he probably thought he was the main guy, and but
you're not that guy.
You're not that guy. You don't got the facilities, big man. He's not that guy. Speaking of that guy, man of the match.
Man of the match.
Is it brought to you by anyone? No,
not yet.
Not yet.
Sneak peek. Not yet.
Man of the match. I would say definitely not Calendar.
It's Frey for me. I mean,
it's got to be either Frey or Owando. So if you're gonna say Frey, I'm gonna say Owando just because.
Actually, would that goal count as an assist since it went to Afonso and then
the first one was not an assist.
Yeah, so I'm still gonna say Frey. I thought he had a really good game.
It doesn't matter what any of you say. The man of the match was Crema at 7.4.
That's how you know that these
7.4.
That's how you know these ratings are garbage.
Wow.
Well, he had a goal,
I thought Benha did fine today, so I thought his rating. No. I thought his rating would be much higher, but I didn't think he'd be the best.
That'd be higher than 7.4.
Yeah, but I thought I don't know Frey or Obando or someone.
He had an assist today. Yeah, he had an assist today, and 0 goals. An assist and 0 goals.
It's a joke.
I don't know what to tell you. That's what happened. Frey, I mean, 7.4 is not an gaudy score, right?
No, it's not. I don't understand how
that's a below average score.
With the amount of turnovers that he had, I don't know how he could be rated higher than people who've actually scored and assisted.
I don't tell you. Wait till we get to those. Frey 7.3.
I thought it would be much higher. He played very well.
Obando 7.2. And your boy Martinez, left back, just swooping in and saying,
that was a nice goal.
And say, get away, Crema. It's my ball. The guy just put that in the back of the net like it was no one's business.
He's like, Crema, I'm not going to let you screw this up.
That goal happened because of Benha. That was all Benha.
Yeah,
he bullied the defender. He bullied the defender completely. And the defender, the defender was grabbing onto Benha, and he had to let go because if not, it would have been a pen.
If you saw in the highlight, Chris, you would see that Crema kind of looks, and you can see there's a little bit of eye contact, and he kind of goes like that. He does like a little eagle there, and he just like totally blocks this guy out. And
was that his assist? Was that Crema's assist by any chance?
That was his assist, actually. Yeah.
So this come up on the.
This guy just freaking Martinez just snatched it from him and said, "I got this," and he gets an assist.
Very good play though.
Enjoy.
Oh god,
my ball. So
and you're gonna do worse.
Blue ball on his teammate, very good. And he got a 7.2.
Who?
Martinez.
Yeah, he scored.
Yeah.
Least of the match.
It's got to be either. I have 2.
Lujan got burned all match.
I was gonna say either Lujan or Calendar, but I'm probably gonna say Lujan because he looks so out of position all the time.
Horrible.
Who?
Lujan.
I say Lujan.
Lujan was a 6.4.
And Calendar
Drake Calendar was a 6.7. And Alfonso, your boy, 6.1.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
He didn't play much. Yeah.
Rough game for him.
Thing is, he didn't do anything. You're
damn right he didn't do anything.
Man, we're looking at different ratings because I looked at one after the match, the one that came on the TV, and it had Lujan at 5.8.
Well, actually, let me see. There might be someone else that has worse. No, that was it. Because
their Sofa score. The other one was the Apple one, the one that shows up on the.
Apple doesn't know what they're doing.
It looks like SofaScore doesn't know what the frick they're doing either.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me tell you. Alfonso at 6.1 and Lujan 6.4. And then for the substitutes, we have Allende and Noah Allen 6.5. Fun stuff, guys.
Didn't play.
That's fun stuff.
Man, Allende, if he would have made that
Lujan
free
is
kick,
Christoph. I like that. That's a good comparison.
God,
comparison.
I think.
Lujan doesn't look like
think-
he's 80 years old.
That's
Wait,
true.
hold on to your pants. I think I'd
Oh.
rather have Christoph out there than Lujan.
No,
To be honest, Lujan is consistently getting burned, and he's not as slow as Christoph, and he's still getting burned. Christoph at least had somewhat good positioning at times. It's just slow as molasses.
Ugh,
But
bring
Lujan
back
is always
Mumble.
getting burned. Always.
Yeah.
I don't want to
think
see
that's
him ever unless it's like the last 20 minutes just to kind of close out a game.
I think we have buyer's remorse on him, but you know what? I mean, we can't hit on every single signing. So, what are you gonna do?
How did Falcon do, by the way? In your
Falcon,
ratings? Did you
yeah,
close it already?
No, Falcon gave us a 6.9.
Yeah, one of the
Gave
goals
up
was
that
directly
goal.
on him. Yeah.
You know what's pretty cool? We didn't
Tell
get a
me.
yellow card today,
How
We
about
didn't?
that?
Wow.
and that's
How
with
about that?
Toto playing the whole game.
Yeah. Toto and Redondo were out there.
Redondo,
Yeah,
I don't know how he didn't get a yellow. He smacked Lucho right in the face, and then Lucho got a yellow for this.
Redondo is just a wild person out there. I don't understand why Mascherano loves him so much. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Shu says it's time for me to go on a cruise because I said Christoph is better than Lujan. I wouldn't mind it.
On an old man's cruise with Christoph.
So yeah, I mean, overall, not a great match. Started off great, ended up very poorly, but there's positives we could take out of it.
The
Let's
people
see if
we like are
Mascherano.
good.
Let's see if Mascherano gets the positives out of that. I know he's not gonna start Obando. Obviously, it's not gonna happen. Suarez is
Do you know
continuing to be
that?
started.
Do you
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, the buddies, man. They're not gonna do that. But maybe we see Obando at least play something in the next match because he had a good game today. So we'll see. Anything else, guys? I haven't. I could whip it around the league real quick. See how everyone else is doing this weekend.
Whip it.
I
If you
agree.
want, we can do a little. Nah, we're not.
I agree.
I was just saying we can do a little preview for the next game.
No.
Nah, we'll do a proper
We won't
preview.
have time through Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
I agree with
Sorry.
this comment right here. It looks like there's some good old boy stuff going on, and yeah, it's like I was like here in South Florida. They say it's a piñita. Like you have your little clique, and they get
Right.
they kind of get preferential treatment. And I don't
Why
have
would
any
not be involved in that?
because he's one of these Argentinian guys.
Argentinian,
I don't have access to the locker room or anything, but look at the guys that aren't playing that we want to play, and then look at the guys who were clamoring for them to get off the pitch, and you could see like it's like the South American, Argentinian guys that they have relationships with, which I get it. I mean, it's only natural to kind of
and Noah
bond
Allen.
with these people. Well, Noah Allen, I mean, I feel like he's
Allen.
he's a leech. You can't get rid of him. He's
Noah Allen.
improved. He's improved so much.
Leave our captain alone.
Noah Allen, John
Yeah.
Smith.
Well, he just Mascherano sees Noah Allen. He sees himself. That's the thing. Like, he's like, I'm gonna make this guy a stud.
the one that doesn't speak Spanish.
He was so upset after they scored, after they tied. They panned to his face, and he was pissed off.
He's
when they tied
passionate.
the match.
He's a passionate dude.
He was not happy because he had just come on. He was not happy.
You're ruining my plus minus.
That's like something Jose would say.
That would really annoy me.
Get me off. Get me off.
Get me out of here right now.
So yeah, let's whip it around the league real quick.
That I can agree with Brad.
Put it up.
He's the poster boy for the academy, and he actually isn't that good. I don't know if Brad. I wouldn't say he's not that good, right? What I would say, since he is in the academy, they would. Since he is in the academy, I think they want it to work out. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be.
I think Ben has a solid piece, but is he like starter over a bunch of people on our team? No, I don't think so. He's solid. I think there's the right place at the right time that you want him in there, just because of his high motor and he just pesters people on the pitch. But I mean, what does he do great? Does he do anything exceptionally well?
He used to have a really good rapport. He used to have a really good rapport with Messi when they first started off together. That was really cool to watch. I haven't seen that outside of the first season.
All I can say is he's a high motor guy. That's really the only exceptional thing I can say about him right now.
I haven't seen him take like a next step.
Yeah,
that's disappointing.
Yeah, because we want him to ball out, but we just haven't seen it.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. It's a cool story.
The next step would just be consistency.
Actually, scoring with any regularity or doing anything with any regularity.
Yeah, Brad is asking, wasn't Spurs interested in Tottenham? I think it was just a rumor. I don't think there's any legs to that.
They were interested in what product he was using on his hair. They're like, "Oh, what are you using?"
So fluffy.
He cut his hair a little bit. Maybe that's the problem.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Anyways, let me finish whipping it around the league. Haven't even started. So we got Cincinnati still in first at 22 points. We got Columbus at 21, Philadelphia 19, Charlotte 19, and we are out of the top 4 at 18, with Nashville right behind us at 16, and Orlando catching up to us at 16. So right now we've gone out of the top 4 with that loss today. It was our first official loss. We are officially not undefeated anymore. We are defeated, and yeah, that's where it's at. Supporter Shield. I mean, we're 6th in the Supporter Shield right now. The only Western Conference, fun fact, Western Conference team in the Supporter Shield in the top 6, let's say, is Vancouver. They're number 1. The other 5 are Eastern Conference teams. So tells you how good the Eastern Conference is.
Not ideal.
So, anything else, guys? Final thoughts? Final words?
Where's Julio?
I don't know.
Final thoughts. We're going now to. We're playing Vancouver now, and I don't think we're going to be doing a preview for it, right, guys? So, just thoughts on it. I'm pretty nervous about that game. I don't see how we're going to come back. Just seeing what we saw today, it's amazing in the sense of we fixed one thing and we're getting a lot of offensive productivity, and then all of a sudden, guess what? I'm not going to sign off on that yet. I like people turning it around, but I understand the sentiment. Damn, everybody's out.
Alfonso out, Mike V.
Everybody's out. Alfonso out. Mash out. Everybody.
I mean, Alfonso's never really in, to be honest. So
is he in? I don't know.
Okay, 1 minute, one match per month at most,
and he never shows anything. But yeah, so Vancouver's coming up. I don't know. I kind of want to do a preview, but yeah, it's kind of tight. Kind of tight between now and Wednesday. Matches Wednesday at 8 p.m. So maybe we do something, maybe we don't. Toto in at CDM.
Wow. We just gave up 4 goals. I don't know what the whole defense out. Drake out.
Yeah.
Always.
There you go.
So we'll let you all know if we have a preview or not. Vancouver's gonna be rough. I think we could all agree on that. Is Mascherano gonna do the right thing? What we want him to do? Maybe he's listening.
Just say what we want is the right thing either. Like we really don't know right now. We're looking at this club, and every day people are very inconsistent. I don't even know.
What we do know. Like, we've asked.
We've said what we wanted, and obviously today it worked to some extent.
Well, the 3 guys that we wanted to see more of actually got minutes today, and they were super productive. So install those guys into the starting group. They don't have to start, but at least put them in to get significant minutes. And the outcome, like just the last match, the outcome could have been different. But no, he chose to have Luis Suarez the entire match. For what? You have Fafa, you have Owando. Frey didn't play. Like, what are we doing? Just involve good players in the match, and good things will happen. That's all I'm asking for. Just put the good guys in.
Yeah. Bright,
high,
Bray, Rafa, are fun. Yeah, today we had Obando looking good. These are all guys that we have been clamoring for. You know, we've been asking to put out there, just see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Or one goal, we're not going to score a goal. Like, that's basically what we've been averaging the last 5 games. Yeah, man, it was great to see the production. It was a really big shame that what got us here, our defense, got slouched. It's a shame. That part's a shame.
Look who's at the.
That wasn't our defense. That wasn't our true defense. They weren't our
Drake
starters.
Calendar.
Yeah,
you have Drake and you have Martinez playing the wing back. You have Lujan playing center back.
So,
if you have Alba, Falcon, Allen, Frey, and Ustadi back there, you're not allowing 4 goals. You're just not. And Bright as CDM and Boozy, you're not allowing 4 goals. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah, we have a big hill to climb coming come Wednesday, and I don't know. We need to score. We need to shut them out. If we shut them out, we could tie with 2, win with 3. I don't see us really shutting them out, to be honest. I just don't see it. Vancouver's very good. If we don't shut them out, we let them score 1. We need 4 goals.
So, question: they beat us 2-0. If we have 2-0 by the end of regulation, does it go to extra time or does it go to penalties?
It goes to extra time and then penalties.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let's hope for 3.
We got to shoot for 3, and yeah.
And no goals, yeah. So that's why I would love to have Frey in the starting lineup, because the drop off in the attack is not bad. You have our starters there, have Frey there. I understand Chelo's a little bit better in defense, but I don't see it. And if you open up the attack, it really helps you put the heel in there.
Just to clarify, we don't shoot for 3. 3's useless for us unless we shut them out. If we shut them out with 3, we're good. But if we don't shut them out, we need 4. 3's useless. So, but yeah, it's gonna be a tough match. You know, we'll see what happens. I thought we played very good offensively today. We haven't seen that much this season, so to ask, and we scored 3 goals only. So to ask for 4 against Vancouver, it's gonna be tough.
So push them to overtime. How much do we need?
2 and shut them out.
It needs to be 2-0.
So we need 2-0 to get to overtime, and let's see what happens overtime.
Well, if we get 3-0, then it's over.
Yeah,
right.
And there is no overtime.
It just sounds so much harder.
I'm trying to make it. We did this to ourselves.
In my head, I'm like, what am I?
Jose, but you realize 2-0 to overtime, you still need a 3rd goal.
I hear you, but I feel like that's like a possibility. Like 3
this team should be able to score 3 goals.
God, that sounds horrible.
There's so much talent on this team. They should be able. We should expect them to be able to score 3 goals at home. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
God, it sounds horrible.
At home, we perform so much better at home historically. We just perform better at home. So it's the crowds out there, it's the atmosphere, and we play on grass. We're not playing on crappy turf that Vancouver has.
Again, we put ourselves in the same position. You know what I'm saying?
Worst
it's like
position.
We're so talented. Like I don't understand. Like somebody just asked right now, who was it? They said, "Do we suck now?" Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Do we? Is that a good question? Do you want to answer that? I don't know.
Do we suck? No, we don't suck. If that's the question, absolutely not.
All right.
No, we don't suck. Does Mascherano need to get his ish together? Yeah, he does. He needs to figure that out.
All right. We go to 2-0, then go to PKs. It sounds so much better, right, dude? The dude, it sounds so much like possible. It sounds way more possible.
God, I just hate PKs.
Just win the damn game.
Yeah, just win.
Win the match.
Come on. It's so easy. Just win.
3 goals. It's not. We've scored 3 goals a million times. Like
it's not. To me, what worries me, the 3 goals don't worry me. What worries me is the clean sheet that we need against them.
I feel more confident in our starting back line and Ustadi keeping them out of the score sheet than our ability to score 3 goals. But we shouldn't feel that way. We have such good pieces in the attack. We should be able to score 3 goals. Just figure the damn thing out.
Our regular defensive starters in Frey should hopefully be able to shut them up.
They have a bunch of clean sheets this season.
But we're gonna see Cello because Frey played all match.
So stupid. Yeah,
Just go-
exactly.
exactly. Actually,
Every time,
follow,
if they always scored more than the opponent, we would never have an issue.
But also,
follow at the Heron Heads for more great content.
No, but also, do we suck now? I don't know.
We'll see.
I'll tell you what. If they score 2 more on top of us, like, and so we just lose like by a lot more, it's like, okay, I guess we do.
If they score the 1 goal,
Julio's never going to join us.
What happened last
He's
time?
never coming back.
What happened last time can't happen again. The last time, remember they scored right out the gate, and we're like, oh my god, the worst thing happened, and we still managed to win that one. That can't happen again. It can't happen again.
They literally cannot score. That's the problem. That's what worries me. Vancouver's good, man. That attack is good. Brian White is good. It's scary. So
do we have Pizarro again? Is that what's happening? Is Pizarro back on this team?
The Magic Man.
That's the problem.
El Mago.
Mike V says
Lewis Morgan
100% Vancouver scoring first.
It's like, and then we're gonna be negotiating. All right, what do we need?
4 in a row. 4 unanswered.
We did. 3. Hey, we almost did it.
3. We get 3. We go to PK. We got. We'll do it.
No. If they score 1, 3 does nothing to us.
Yeah, if they score 1, you have to score 4.
Because they have the away goal. They beat us.
No matter what.
That's why it stinks to not get a single goal away. It's just the second damn time it happens to us this tournament.
It corners you so bad. So yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Wednesday, 8 p.m. We'll be here for a post-match, whether we win or lose. If we lose, it's going to be a very depressing one.
Bad one. Yeah.
We'll be here regardless. Win or lose, we got you guys. Anything else, guys?
Wait, when is the match? It's this
Wednesday,
week, right?
Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Yeah, I can't weasel my way out of that one. So yeah, I'll be on here.
You think we can write like if we do lose that game, let's have fun with whatever the little thing that you get that Julio does. Like, do we suck again? Like, that'll be the caption.
Oh, like the thumbnail. Okay. Well, we'll see. Stay tuned.
Do we suck again, or like end of an era ? Something
something that gets the attention.
Just very like dramatic.
Yeah. So, as usual, everybody, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. The dude abides. He is asking to everyone, please like and subscribe. It's absolutely free. Follow us on all socials at the Heron Heads. We have updates. We have posts. We have everything on there. Join our Discord. Discord is fun. We have a bunch of chats going on in there. Even during the game, we're on there. So until Wednesday, we will see you all then. Thank you guys for joining us. Heron Heads Podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. See you then.